with me.
Go to you.
You are?
Go to you.
Go to me. There. Bear with if you're with me. I'll join you in a minute.
There you go. And hit play. You should see comments and things.
Matty thought, hiya Matty babe. I'm watching this, I don't know how it works. Well, that's a big screen, so we'll do that. And I still don't know how. I get, hi David Sweeney, sweetheart, how are you? I'm just waiting for people now, I don't know what I'm doing. I've got my laptop here, and it's kind of delayed. I'm trying to figure out how to get my WhatsApp's up, my messages. I'll have to look at them on there, because I don't know what I'm doing again. Hi Addy, babe. Kerry, you're a sweetie. Mark, are you still in your bed? I bet you are, aren't you? Still in your bed? Hi Nick, babe. I'm saying hello to everybody first, unlike last week, because I made a right mess of it last week. I'm supposed to be watching this, but I don't know how to get the messages up, so I just have to read it on there, and then hope I can do it, because you know what I'm like, as dizzy as the day is long. I Adam from Blackpool. Deborah, oh, beautiful lady Deborah. She's gorgeous, Deborah is. I like Deborah a lot. Hiya. David John Sweeney. Hiya, darling. I'm all well, thank you, sweetheart. Hiya, Pat, babe. Oh, Keith Parry. Hiya, Keith. He lives down at Bangor, watches all the young lads. I won't say anymore, that's all I'm saying. Mortified because there's one going about at the moment. But we won't go there, will we, Keith, babe? Likes a big sausage when he's working. Ian, hiya Ian, how are you, sweetheart? I haven't seen you in ages and ages and ages. Andrew, babe, every morning that woman says hello. Keith's saying hello again. Evening, Keith, evening, sweetheart. I mean, if I got 34 already, that's looking good. Looking good. Thank you, Julianne. Thank you. Tried my best this week. Put a brooch. It's liable to slash my throat open. But what can you do? I thought I'd put a brooch on. Brooch is nice. Evening, Larry, sweetheart. And Paul, good job on that lawn, sweetheart. It looked really nice this afternoon when you'd finished it. I bet you're knackered. So, that's it. So, and Charlie Edmonds, how's that little girl of yours? She okay? Russ! Now, Russ is in Spain. Hiya, Russ, babe. He's, oh no, I've got this the size of a bloody... You want to see the size of this font here? What do I do here now? How do I scroll down?
You don't.
I don't scroll down. Simon Finch is watching. Hiya, Si, babe, how are you doing? And Jonathan Bucks. Hiya, Jonathan. You did a good job, Paula, that lawn you did, sweetheart. You did a very good job. It looked very nice. It's very nice. Shame your mower was knackered, though. I mean, it worked. You must have done, wasn't it? Because you did it. Yeah. So now I'm going to go, Gary Mould. Hiya, Gary. I'm watching all this now. It's technical now. You do realise, you keep saying to me, touch that, there, this pad thing. And it won't go off. I bet you it goes off. I bet you. And I should be panicking. You watch, I should be panicking. So this week, give you all a clap before we start. Mandy? Hiya, Mandy, babe. How are you? Oh, you know, there's so many people watching. You're all treasures. You're all idiots for watching it, but there you go. Welcome to B.T.S. We all know what it stands for now, don't we? 5 o'clock Sunday. Berta talks shit. Don't expect anything good. It isn't going to happen. Things, now you see, I've had complaints this week. People don't believe things happen to me. Hi, Philip, babe. And I don't go out of my way for these things to happen. They just happen, right? Now, last week, I told you all about the paint can. You know, where the bottom fell out, because somebody asked about it. The bottom fell out the paint can, and there was paint everywhere. Well, this week, right, I had to go and paint the dovecote on the side of the garage. But I'm no good at heights, as you know. But I got up a ladder, I got my can of paints, went up the ladder, and I painted the roof, which is fine. I did that beautifully. So when I thought, well, while I've got the paint can in my hand, I will go and paint the bridge. Sounds posh. It isn't. We have a stream with a bridge over it. Hiya, Stephen Lester, babe. Well, we'll talk about you later. What am I saying about you? You've asked a question. I'll answer that later for you. Angela, I love you too, sweetheart. So anyway, I get the paint can with a brush and I start painting the bridge. Now, there's only me that had painted in my best jumper because I'm like, that was cold, so I kept my jumper on. And then I painted the bridge, did one side, So I've got like, and then I thought, I'm having a rest now. In my head, people nagging, have a drink, because I don't drink enough water or juice or whatever. Excuse me, that'll be the vodka. Oh, vodka. I'll have one of them in a minute. I got told off last week. So I'm painting the bridge. Where was I? I ramble a lot. So anyway, I've got the paint in one hand, I've got the brush in the other, and I've come off the bridge, right? And I've gone arse over tit over a chunk of concrete, took the skin off my leg. The paint's gone all over the patio. Again, you must have seen pictures of it on my Facebook in the week. Brush one end, I scream, it hit my leg on the way down. I hear Sandy gorgeous, hope California's looking good, sweetheart. The paint pot hit my leg on the way down. So my trousers were blue, I showed photographs, the patio was blue. So I came in and I said to Michael, I've got a blue shoe. B.T.S. Elvis's blue suede shoes, now I've got blue suede shoes, I've got blue paint shoes. Took my trousers off to a blue leg. Michael come in and said, what's up? I said, look at this. I said, I don't bloody believe it. Paint it. So he said, have you seen the dog? And I said, well, what's up with the dog? He said, we've got a blue dog. Her paws were blue, her beard was blue, her chest was blue, bless her little cotton socks. So I've decided, not painting again for a week or two. I've got loads to do, but it's black paint. I'm not going anywhere near it at all. I am Mark, babe. Or vodka. Shall I have a vodka? Have you seen what it's done here? Look at this. What's this? This is because last week, when I had a drink here, I was a bit, shall we say, Mary, pissed. I was pissed. Did you see that? I was pissed is the word I'm looking for. Hi Rachel, babe, and Dawn, and Carl Wooten. So, look at this glass he's given me. Who the hell can drink vodka and orange out of that? Look, I've seen eye baths bigger. So I've got myself a bag here because I knew we was going to do something. So I've got the dog's bone. And I don't know. And I've got, I remember them. Look at that. I won't tell you what them were for. There's another one, look. Oh, the nights I remember with them. And then in here, because I knew he was up to bigger. Because I knew he put the glass there, so I've got a bigger one. So, sodding. Right, I don't know whether you're all having a drink. I really don't know. But I'm having, this week, Luke, now I'm showing you. Luke, little. I'm not ending up like last week. Valerie, hiya Valerie. Paula, love. Paula, sweetheart, how are you? Rachel, oh, hiya Rach. So this week, I'm having a small libation, not a big one. Because I've got to tell you now, right, what happened last week after this, when I did this last week, and I was pissed. Hiya Carrie, sweetheart. And Scott's there, hiya Pidge. So, oh, that's better. Not as bad as last week, is it? I've got to keep touching me pad. So what do you mean, bloody drunkard, Robert? You can talk, you lush. I'm explaining why I'm not drinking this week. Right. I finished this last week, and then I had to go and cook dinner. Yeah? So I'd said to her over there, what we're having? Sirloin steak. She said, I'll have sirloin steak. Okay, said I, I'll have sirloin steak. Pissed. Now, during the week, stuff started to arrive, Luke. We had this, glycerine, right? Hydrogen peroxide. Dipping solution. I live with a scientist. I've no idea what she's up to at all. And aloe vera. Here. I bet you keep a set of clamps like that in your bedroom, Josh, you dirty cow. When this is finished, you come down and join me with these. We'll have a bit of fun. Come down, Josh, and I'll show you my nipple clamps. So he bought all that. He's watching now, because I'm explaining this. Right, tits. So, unbeknown to me, right, he's making hand sanitizer. No, okay. Everybody's run out of hand sanitizer. You can't get it for love nor money. You know, I could get a 16-year-old virgin for £10 easier than I could get a packet of hand sanitizer. 10 quid. Well, 20 quid. Better than a packet of hand sanitizer. So he never told me he'd made the hand sanitizer. So I'm doing sirloin steaks. Did you see that light go off then? It's an omen. Told you nothing goes right. So I go into the kitchen and I put up what you do. Don't look at me. I haven't touched it. It's just gone off. so, oh, technology. So the bulb's gone, which is difficult because it's an LPQ thing. An LE, it's gone. It's broken. So I went into the kitchen. Hiya, Debbie, babe. That Debbie's got massive tits. And I thought, I'm going to do dinner now. Back on. Did you see that? It's like a horror film in this house. So I went into the kitchen. I shall carry on. Right. Focus. I was cooking sirloin steak, unbeknown to me. He, the other half, had made hand sanitizer, which is fine. It's fine. So, being healthy, I use fry light in the frying pan. So the frying pan's red hot. I get the fry light and I spray it in. It smells a bit funny, but I sprayed it in. Put the steak in. Now, bearing in mind I'm pissed from this stuff last week. He comes in. What are you doing? Cooking steak. I've just got the sirloin steak and we're cooking it. What have you used? I said, that. Now who? I ask you, in the right mind, who puts bloody hand sanitizer in a fry light bottle? This. Look. It's not what you fry steak in. It just isn't. Look. And you say it's me? Did he put a label on it? And no, I fried the fucking... I'm swearing. I fried the sirloin steak in hand sanitizer. £10 that steak cost me. Hand sanitizer. Needless to say, the steak went in the bin. We had mince, so you can't go far wrong, can you really? You see. Now, when I said, is it my fault? No, the paint may have been my fault, and I fell over. It could have been, but the hand sanitizer is a fry light, pissing fry light. Anyway, it's not happening this week because I'm only having little ones. I may have 12, but I'm only having little ones. I am Marcus, babe. Now, Marcus Peachy, here, if you want to join his Facebook, sings to a mandolin most nights on lockdown. Absolutely brilliant. Go and find him. He's from Marcus Peachy. And if you say hello, he puts you in the song. It's very, very good. It's very, very good. I like him a lot, and he's a lovely, 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 lovely man. Lovely man. You can't go wrong with him. So what else has happened this week? I've done the dog. Oh, wigs. You all know I make wigs. I'm not hiding the fact that I make wigs. We all make wigs, so therefore, such a waste of sterling. Bren, don't love. Just don't. I know there's still a label on it, Wayne. Bloody fry light. Does it say hand sanitizer? No, fry light. Look, not fry light. I thought it smelled funny when he said frying pan. I'm not eating steak with hand sanitizer. I mean, I don't throw stuff away, but that's not happening. I love you too, Marcus, babe. So, you all know I make foam wigs. Well, I've been asked to make this creation, and it's been a nightmare so far. I'm not mentioning who it's for, because I haven't phoned them yet, but I was sticking it together with a heat gun. My phone went, as it does. I got the heat gun and I burnt a bloody big hole in the front of it, so I had to take all that section out, take it out, build it all back up again, another hour and a half wasted on a wig, which should have been finished this week, and I still haven't finished it, but that's another story. So then later on in the week, Michael had got some good news, so he shouted me over to his office and said, come and have a listen. So I switched the heat gun off. You learn once you've done it, you never forget. Switched the heat gun off, put the wig on the head block, because it was on my knee at the time, trying to sort back out, and went into the workshop, into his office. I had a drink, told me his good news, fabulous, really nice news. Can't tell you, because it's good news though, good news. So, she's back now. So, I went in, and I thought, right, sat for half an hour. Hiya, Carol. And then I went back to my workshop and I thought, right, switch everything back on. What's he doing? I'm supposed to be laughing. Did you hear that? He's up to something. So, hi Nicola, how are you, sweetheart? You okay? So, I went back to the workshop to carry on with my wig. He swore. Look what he's put on there. Can you read that? And fucking sanitizer. It's Sunday.
Put an apostrophe in.
He's put an apostrophe in. Yeah, that's mental. It's Palm Sunday. I wore white because I think it's, you know, a bit religious. Do we look a bit like, do we look, you know, is it virginal? Is it? I'm asking you if it's virginal. So, you know. Anyway, I went back in, so I burnt a big hole in the front of the wig, went back in and I'd left the wig on top of the heat gun, and the heat gun had stuck to the wig. I couldn't get it off. It stuck solid. So I've had to cut it off. So I've had to bend all the back of the wig as well. So that's my wig one. So it's bad this week. It's been a bad week. It's been a very bad week. On the plus side, I got told off at Morrison's. You know this wear a mask malarkey for this virus? Face mask, they said. Wear a face mask. If you're going out, wear a face mask. So me, duct tape, we go with the clamps. Sticky tape. So me, I make a face mask. Now, they weren't happy at Morrison's when I wore my face mask because I kept banging into things. Look, I think it's a perfectly adequate face mask. What do you think? It's a mask. It's a face. It works. It's what they asked for. I don't know what the problem was. But that, to me, is a perfectly adequate face mask. They weren't happy at Morrison's. They don't have a funny streak in them at Morrison's, I'm telling you. After that, I went to the Co-op. Now, in the Co-op, I got a trolley and I pushed it round and I'm coming up the drinks aisle, mentioning drinks. Coming up the drinks aisle and this woman who works there said to me, "What are you doing coming up this aisle?" I said, "I've just been fetched a drink." "Yeah, but what are you doing coming up this aisle?" "What do you mean it's an improvement?" I said, "I'm coming up this aisle because I've just fetched it." "No, no, no," she said. "You've got to go down that aisle." I said, "Why have I got to go down that aisle?" She looked at the arrows on the floor. I said, "Yeah." She said, "You're supposed to be following them." I said, "Well, the bloody hell am I supposed to know you're supposed to be following? I am supposed to know. I've got to follow arrows around the shop." So she says to me, "What are you doing now?" I said, "Well, I don't." She said, "You've got to go back." I said, "I'm not going back down there. I've just come up." She said, "We'll have to go down the next one down there then." I said, "Well, go down the next one." She said, "Go down the next one. You'll have to come up the next one." So I went down and she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I can't get down there. It's full off." She said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I'm going to cash out." I didn't want to go down any aisles, so she wasn't happy with me. She was Caroline, I can't remember her name, is it Caroline? She's supposed to be joining this at 5 o'clock tonight. She won't. Tell you now, she won't. So that was that. I had Charles. I spoke to you, Charles, did I say hello to you last night, sweetheart? I'm sure I did, on Destiny's Thing. So they aren't happy in the Co-op with me. They aren't happy in Morrison's with me. Because of my mask. I thought it was a nice face mask. I did. I really did. I thought, there you go. What can you do? So I've got 57 people who keeps getting up and going down, going up and going down. I don't know. I'm not popular. Oh, internet keeps freezing. It could be this end, Lorraine. It's bad. I thought I did, Charles. I said hello last night, Charles. Yeah, it could be this end. You forget, what you all tend to forget is I live in the middle of an island. And you know, we live in the middle of nowhere, really. So if you've got watch it later, watch it later. I'll just ramble. I've told you Berta talks shit. Are you up, Jace? Are you saying hello to Jace? What, Jace? Is that Deb? Have I got Jace on? Oh, I didn't know. I missed him going up. That's unusual for me. Miss somebody going up. So, I've been asked if you want questions. So, it's fine here. Oh, Marcus is fine. Well, you're on the island. Aren't you? My builder's watching. Still haven't done the toilet. So, we won't go there, Philip. I'll call you Philip because you don't deserve Phil. So, I want to know where you're all from. Come on, put it up here where you're all watching from. Oh, I didn't know Jason was watching. Are you, Jason? Didn't know you were there, love. I missed you going up. It's unlike me, Miss Jason, going up. But, you know, it is what it is. And Russ has got no problems in Spain. Hi, Russ from Spain. How are you and Daniel, sweetheart? You both okay? In your lockdown. It's bad out there. Jason's watching now. Wave. Hiya, Jace, babe. It says wave. So if you've got, I want to know where you're from. Stoke. I've got a lot from Stoke. You're in trouble in Stoke this week. What am I cooking tonight? Oh, fuck no, she won't be trying on steak, will it? No, I'm not having that. Wrexham, that'll be my vanwy. Surname's Fanny. If you noticed earlier, she wipes herself with a flannel when she's finished, if you watch me Facebook. I don't know what she wipes. So, well, you did say shit. I did, Debbie, I did. That's why you're watching, sweetheart. It reflects your personality. It does, yes. Especially after that video you sent me this morning with your tongue hanging out and no teeth. So, Stoke on lots.
Aldershot.
What you?
Hampstead, Aldershot, Leicester, you're missing all of these.
They're not coming up here. Edinburgh, Leicester, Aldershot, where they're all that. Lewisham, London, who's that? Like, do you know, I'm from my mother's loin. Your mother never gave birth to you, Robert. I know your mother. She brewed you in a bloody bucket, love. You never came out. No, not out to Carol, love. Not something like you. No. Yoxall, and Marky's come up. And I've got Jay. How's that face thing doing? Have you finished it yet, love? It looks very good. How's your chest bit? Looks nice, love. I do watch people. A little village town called Yoxall in the middle of nowhere. Oh, how lovely. And have you all got nice weather? Charlie, we know you're in Tunstall, Burslem. There's a lot of you from Stoke-on-Trent, aren't there, really? Larry's in Buxton. So, Paul is at home. That's right. So if you've got any... Now listen, I've asked for questions. I've had one or two. So if you want to know anything, you must ask me. Yeah?
It's 5:19.
Minnie Mouse says it's 5:19. So I'm going to... well, first of all, I thought I'd tell you a joke. Yeah? I thought I'd tell you a joke. Now, if it's time-lapse, I'm sorry about this because you won't get the point. But anyway, it's Palm Sunday, so I thought I'd tell you a joke about... Well... I would say it's Mary and Joseph, but it's about a prostitute, so it's more or less the same thing. Do you know what I mean? It's a subtle way in. So, this prostitute... No, that's not right. No good at jokes. This man goes to this prostitute and says, I want sex. He hasn't had any for about 6-7 months. She's fair enough, come in, she says. And they get naked and they get in bed and he's going... I've got to be careful because there's children, it's Sunday, she's going, and he can't cope, it's killing him. And she says, what's the matter? He says, I don't know what you're doing, but it's absolutely killing me. It's killing me. She says, well, if you pay an extra £10, you can have the soft option. So he thinks about it, he says, go on, I'll have the extra £10, I'll go for the soft option. So she goes out the room, she comes back home. About 30 seconds later, a minute later, she comes back in. And they carry on, and he's finished, and he says to her, he says, that's the best sex I've had in years and years and years. She says, thank you very much, thank you very much. He says, but I've got to ask you a question. And she says, yeah. He said, what did you do when you left the room and went in there to make the difference? She said, oh, sweetheart, she said, that's simple. She said, I've just picked the scabs and let it run. How's that for a Sunday joke? What's Jason saying? Well, Ducky, Jason, you know I've got Tourette's. So it's not me, that's your end. You're living in that bloody hotel thing, that's not this end. I'm looking good. Thank you. So, now, Dino, who lives in London, who I don't think's watching at the moment, so I don't know if he is or if he isn't, because he might have gone past, has asked me what I think of Trump. Now, I could go on for hours with Trump, and I could, because the man fascinates me. He's a dickhead. I call him the fake president. Yeah, because he says it's fake news, because they lie and lie, they don't tell the truth. So if I go by him, just like Mary and Joseph. So, well, it was. So I don't like Trump, and if he carries on the way he's going, he should be had up for crimes against humanity, because he's killing thousands and thousands of people, not only in this country, in other countries. So Dino, that's all I'm saying on the subject. Vile Queen, how can I say vile Queen? It's a Sunday joke. I didn't be nasty. The children couldn't be, I didn't swear. Can you paint me something? Yeah, of course I can. Paint your mouth shut. But put a zip on it, in fact. So that's rank. What do you mean, rank, Mark? It was a lovely joke. There was nothing rank about it at all. This is why I can't do my show on just not on. So that's my Trump thing. I don't like him. Never liked him, and that's it. So the next one is off Sean. I don't even know if Sean's watching. Sean Phoenix, an old, oh so old friend. Excuse me. Just making room. Well, excuse me, it's Sunday.
Diane asking if you remember doing the nuns at the observatory.
Do I remember doing the nuns live show? Oh, Diane, how dare you, Diane Poole, bringing that up. I do remember doing the nuns, but do you remember me doing a fortnight later the live one round the world where I did the fire eating? Can you remember? We won't talk about the fire eating. Remember the fire extinguishers and all the bandages and plasters in front? Were you there for that one? Thank you, Stephen. Beautiful. I've just been talking about your wig, sweetheart. Yeah, now you'll all know who it is. I'll phone you. I'll text you later. So, yeah, can you remember the fire eating one? When I went round, started off in Japan, I think it was, and ended up in Austria, and then did fire eating from Russia, and it was uproar. Nearly killed myself. Took all the hairs off my arms. I didn't know they put gel on. I just, every hair, gone. He was screaming, I was in agony. But it's entertainment, they call it. Well, yeah. Afternoon, Maureen and David. Hiya. Can we have a post-watershed? What does post-watershed? What does post-watershed mean?
Rude. After 9 o'clock.
After 9 o'clock.
You can swear after 9 on TV.
I fucking swear now, but I try not to. Can we have a post-watershed? Well, if I do a post-watershed, it means I've got to get dressed later. Normally by about 9 o'clock. I can't stand. So
Latex.
Latex? What do you mean latex?
Dress latex.
I'm not dressing in latex. I'm sweating like a fat woman writing her first love letter. I nearly said something else then. Those of you that know me know it begins with an N. So I can't say it. I've got to touch my pad. Oh, there we go. I've stopped something, Michael. What have I done? Is that working? Oh, I don't know what I've done there. I don't know what I've done. I'll have another drink. So that's me. After Trump. Who wants to know about Trump? Hiya, Lucy, babe. Hiya, Jane. Jane, how are you, sweetheart? You okay? I don't know whether this keeps dropping, but people keep going and coming. So somebody, Stephen Lester, are you still watching, Stephen, babe? Had sent me a message earlier saying, how did I get into drag? Or what got me into drag? Well, New Year's Eve got me into drag. I didn't know what to go out as, so I went out as Shirley Bassey. I didn't know I was a queen. Well, I did. I'd just come out of the closet then. And nobody spoke to me at all night. Never spoke to anybody. I thought, I'll wait till somebody finds me. You've just started watching yourself. That's it, Jay. There, and I can't see it. It's, I don't. You know, it's technology, Jason. What do you want? So, a friend, months after, probably years after, really, called Vivian Selby. Some of you'll remember Viv. She died last year, bless her. Absolutely bless her. She was a lovely, lovely lady. And she used to run a pub called the Ollie Bush at Northwood, bit where Phyllis lives. I don't know if Phyllis is watching, but down at the bottom there. Wasn't a gay pub when she took it over, but it became a gay pub because she was a big fat leather. So, you know, it was inevitable. And she kept saying to me, do me some drag. No. Well, be a DJ. No, I can't be a DJ. I don't do it. So she said, well, Michael's got the music, he's a DJ. Well, you ask him. So I said, no, I'm not doing it. She nagged me for 3 months, so I'll do it. So that's how I started, and I needed a name. But she comes up to Edwina, because she said, where did the Dane first appear? Well, my first name ever, and Viv picked it for me, was Berta Bard. Now, you'll all remember Berta Bard. round the corner, Jason Wood. Was that where you are, Jason, babe, up there? Yeah. So she said, why barred? As well, I'd been barred then from every pub and club in Stoke-on-Trent, all bar, I think about 3. I'd even got barred from the Pig Pen. Nobody gets barred from the Pig Pen. But I was there one Tuesday night, pissed, dancing naked on the table at the back just before you went out to go to the toilet. I wasn't allowed in again. So I became Berta Bard. That was where I was. I was Berta Bard for years and years and years. So she got me started, Stephen, into drag. And I never did shows or nothing like that. And when she said, can you do a show, I was shitting myself. It just didn't happen. I can sing, but I don't sing because I don't like drag queens that look fabulous like this and sing, blah, 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 blah. I just don't like it. If you're going to look like a woman, sing like a woman. I don't decry them. They sound beautiful. Some of them are beautiful. I've got some of the most fabulous friends that are drag queens and they sing beautiful. It's just that I don't like it. It's not my choice, shall we say. So I don't sing live.
It costs too much in glasses and mirrors.
If I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of her. Shut up and sit there. So, she then had a pub. Now, this is going back to a conversation from Diane, who's just popped up. Remember working at the cottage? Oh, with Flo, yeah. So, Diane just popped up. Now, Viv went from there to Godiva's. If anybody knows Stoke, a pub called Godiva's. That's where Diane's just said, do you remember doing the nuns? Yes, in Godiva's. So that, Stephen, is how I started, sweetheart. And I've never looked back, really. Now, the Dame came along many, many, many years later. Many. Gives a song, go on. No. So, many, many, many years later, and she got a dameship from giving a helping hand to the forces. As you get my drift. She used to help with the butts on the guns. And that took them in at night in bed, you know. And it all comes from playing with woggles when I was a girl guide, because the boys couldn't adjust the woggles. So I came from playing with, you know, woggles. So I became a dame from helping out the army and all the soldiers and all the forces. So I was made a dame. So I've been a dame now for, gosh, 15 years probably. 15, but before that, just plain old-fashioned Berta Bard, that's it. So that's when she first appeared. So that was it. Now somebody else has asked me a question. I can't remember what it was. It was on there, so I don't know. What's a pleasure to wake up to you. Katia, darling, how are you? Have you just woken up, sweetheart? Now Katia is a Romanov. Well, I think she's a Romanov. She's probably one of the Romanov Russians. She's fabulous in San Francisco. That's where she lives. Absolutely brilliant. Sings absolutely fabulous. Lovely, lovely, lovely lady. Fabulous. You're talking shit now. Yeah, I know. That's what it says. B.T.S. Berta talks shit, Debbie. That's the idea. I talk shit. Face mask. Is that better, Debbie? Is that better? It's my face mask, everybody, if you weren't on earlier. This is what they said, make a face mask, go out in. Ugh. Katia, I'm never kind, love. You're just good. I'm shit, hence Berta talks shit. So, oh, I know you love Katia Ross, I know you do. Debbie? What day is it? Yes, Mandy, I do, Duck. It's Saturday. No, it's not, is it? It's Friday. It's Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday. Now, for all you fellas out there, it's not what you think. Right? It's not Palm Sunday. It's Palm Sunday. That's Christmas at yours and Michael's in Hendon. Then Henry's funeral, wake up the hill of Brown Edge. Such memories. Henry's funeral. That was a funeral off. It was one of the best funerals I've ever been to. Edwina! Eddie, you've just come in. I've just mentioned you. Now, how did I get into drag? Where were you when I mentioned it? I'm not going through it again. You know. Now, Eddie is a singer, Edwina. She's got 3 albums out, Edwina Hayes, and she's got the most amazing voice, If you like folk music, it's very gentle folk music. She is stunning. Thank you, sweetheart. They're nice, aren't they? I think they came from the Paki shop. I don't know if I can say that. Can I say Paki shop? Indian, Asian. I think they were £1.50 or something like that. It's cheap anyway. They're nice, but thank you very much. So you've got to go and listen to Edwina Hayes. Beautiful, beautiful voice. Got an album due out if she gets a finger out. Are you listening, Edwina? If she gets a finger out, she's got an album out later on this year. Should have been later on last year, but she still hasn't finalised it. So, thank you, Vanessa. I love my jewellery too. This is just a little... This one here was given to me off a friend. He's dead now. Yeah, he is, bless him, Albert. Let me tell you a story about Albert. Michael used to work in America. He's been gone for months. And one day, I decided to decorate the spare bedroom. I spent a week decorating the spare bedroom. You're listening, Jason, you know this story. And I just take the light fitting down, put a new light fitting up, right? Wired it all in, my last job, right? Went to the light switch. As the doorbell rang, I hit the switch. There was the biggest bloody bang you've ever heard in your life. Smoke everywhere, and the bedroom burst into flames. I ran downstairs, and it was... What was his name? Albert, who'd given me this knocking at the door. And I said, oh, what have you done? You've blown my house up. He said, what do you mean? I said, did you hear that bang? He said, ran upstairs and put the fire out. Now it turned out he was an electrician, which was fortunate. So he thinks to this day, he blew my... Well, he doesn't think it now because he's dead. But before, I never told him it wasn't him that blew the house up. I'd only wired the light fitting up wrong. I didn't know it was a really nice old one. It had a light bulb in the middle and a circular fire around the outside, like an element. And I was always taught, screw all the red wires together, screw all the black wires together, but they never told me about different circuits. I thought a plug socket was a plug socket. Well, apparently not. So I blew the house up, and that was on fire. And then he helped me put the fire out, and then I had to decorate all over again. So it's, you know... It's what happens. It's, don't say poor Albert Vanessa. So he gave me this, the jewellery. It was his mum's, he gave me two. I love this one, I don't wear it very often. So that was Albert. So you must buy Edwina's. Now I've got to give a shout out to, now I don't know how to pronounce this, but I've got to say hello to Keona Lewis. I think it's Keona Lewis. I was talking to her earlier. What do you mean, Daft? You know it went bang. Andrea, I'm not mentioning the blue tack because it gets me in trouble. I'm not allowed blue tack, ladies and gentlemen. When I very first met Michael, he moved. I lived in a one-bedroom flat at Penkle, overlooking the school. People thought it was a paedophile, but it wasn't. It was just where they put me. And he moved in with me. And well, a lot of you know my Michael, but if you watch Big Bang, the Big Bang Theory, if you know Sheldon, it's my Michael. He's very pedantic. He's just horrendous. So when he moved in with me, well, it's true. He was one day. He hit the light switch. Well, do you know there's one you're pushing in the dim, like that. You push it and you don't push it like you kind of push it in the dim, don't we? So he pushed. Don't do that. I said, what do you mean? I said, don't do that. You'll flatten the blue tack. What blue tack? Well, the switch had fell off the wall, and I'm no electrician, so I've got a big bunch of blue tack like that. Stuck it in the wall and put the switch back on. Unbeknownst to me, the blue tack's a conductor of electricity. Well, it was fine until he hit it. About 2 weeks later, I'm ironing in the kitchen. And I put the iron down and it went bang. There was blue flashes, smoke everywhere, ruined the iron. And he came running and he said, what have you done? I said, the iron's blown up. Well, do you know that little metal well at the ironing board? Yeah? I put the iron down and then left the steam on and it had filled with water. All you ladies will know what I'm on about. A few of the queens will as well, right? And it had filled with water. So when you stood the iron up, the bottom of the iron went into the water and it went bang. Well, he said, let me have a look at it. Now, when he took the back off, well, he didn't have to unscrew the back because it was held on with blue tack. Big string of blue tack where it's all blown up. So I'm not allowed blue. The reason I'd lost a screw, so I'd stuck it back on. It's only an iron. You don't know, do you? You know what I mean? Darling Michael, you've been sent a big les of love off Angela. So I'm not allowed blue tack. So you can all sod off about the blue tack. That's just not fair. Where was I? Kiona Lewis, love. Hiya, sweetheart. We've had a little natter today because she's feeling depressed and fed up. So we've had a little natter. She's a lot better now. Phil and Anne-Marie's wedding was the most amazing memory. They needed to recreate it so we can all have... You're supposed to be talking about me, Gary, not them. Excuse me. This is my pissing hour, not them. They've had... Okay, no, Gary, me. Don't want another wedding, thank you very much. Theirs was bad enough as it was. They had 2 on the same day, they don't want any more. Did you blow yours, Vanessa, with the ironing board's towel? Oh, darling. Tell me about it, Katya. Tell me about it, dear sweetheart. So, now I've also got a shout out for Ruth Ann. It's her birthday. I think it was Tuesday, Wednesday. And Ruth Ann's a singer. Lives with the most amazing man, Ollie John, if you don't know him. You probably know him from on here, because we're very close friends with Ollie. Known him since he was same size of his mother, really. Little fart of a thing. So it's her happy birthday, Ruth Ann, for in the week. And one day we're going to meet you. Preferably before you get married. Are you listening? Else I'm not coming. That's presuming I'm coming. I might not be coming. You might not invite me. So I'm going to say happy birthday to her. Hope you had a nice day. And there's somebody else's whose birthday I've forgotten. I can't remember who it was. No, Simon. No. Enough for 1 week. Enough for 1 week. Eh? Aluminium powder, yes. That's Richard Landon's fault. I don't suppose he is watching. But we won't go there. Because I nearly blew the house up then. That wasn't right. So I don't know what time got me. See. What time is it now? I'm not stopping on much longer. Have you got any questions before I go? I never knew you made me that cake.
No, you never made me that.
Elaine, you never made me that cake. What cake, Elaine, love?
It's
It's 5:39. What cake, Elaine, sweetheart? I should have made you a cake. Were you in prison? Did you need one with a file? Are you ashamed, babe? I don't know what cake I'm supposed to make you, love. I don't know. I've got all these things going up, and I don't know where I'm looking. I've got something here. So, he hasn't done my oat cakes either. You can make your own oat cakes, I've told you. Can't get oat cakes down here. Well, you can at Tesco, the Povies, the Vile. They go like rubber after a couple of days. You can't cook on them. Purple sequin story yet? Purple sequin story. Purples, there's so many purple sequin stories. It was at Deb's on your FaceTime, and you FaceTimed. It was a sweet Elaine. It takes me all my time, remember, when I've been for a shit, and you want me to remember I'm supposed to make you a cake. It's not happening, love. It's not happening. You made a cake and promised me one. What kind of cake was it? Have you been on the bottom? No, Ducky, no. Truthful, this is only my second one, and you're only little. I've only had that much out of the bottle. Not like last week. Vanessa, Eileen's Oat Cakes are vile. Vile. I went to Eileen Oat Cakes because somebody recommended me. I won't say his name, it was Jason Woodward. And he said they're the best in Stoke-on-Trent. I've never bought an oat cake in my life. I've always had them filled. Never bought one. Hiya, Barry. So I went to Eileen and I thought, 2 oat cakes, bacon, cheese and sausage. And I'm watching them do as they go down that rack thing. And I heard ping. I thought, don't tell me she's done it in the microwave. And I'm telling you, I picked that sausage oat cake up and it hung over my finger like a Salvador clock. It was bloody horrendous. It was a hot dog sausage. Don't tell me Eileen oat cakes are nice. They're vile. Rammy is the word I'm looking for. I mean, after a short version.
May I have a short version of Berta Small Speed?
Yeah. I put a frock on. I've started a job. Ta-da! I'm not going through all that again, Edwin. You should have come on earlier. You told me you were ready. You know, Katya, it's like Katya in California's no idea what an oat cake is. What can I say in it? I don't even know.
Crepe.
It's like a crepe is the best one,
Or a
Captain.
savoury, so more like a
But it's like a savoury crepe. It's made with oats. You know, crepes are like just like a crepe. Well, they've got oats in them, and you have them savoury. I suppose you can have them sweet, but people who have them sweet are just bleh. But it's like a crepe, sweetheart. Like a crepe. Don't thank me. It was Michael. I was stuck.
Bacon, cheese, fill them with that.
Moreland Road, the best, Yvonne, the best. Moreland Road oat cakes. They're the ones. Castle cakes are good. I'm not keen on oat cakes.
It's like a low rent unsweetened hobnob.
A low rent unsweetened hobnob. I can't afford hobnobs. I just can't afford hobnobs. Do you have any gigs later on in the year? I need to see you live. Stuart, I would love to say yes, but trust me, sweetheart, I honestly think this virus thing isn't going to stop till at least September. I think we'll be very lucky, very, very lucky to be back to normal by Christmas. I really do. And then I think you're still going to have self-isolating. It's a horrible thing to have to say, but I really do. You are.
Wish Paul Conley for happy 50th.
Paul Conley for an happy 50th. Paul, are you 50? Shit, love. Oh, happy 50th, sweetheart. Happy 50th. Hiya, Sab, babe. How are you people? Hole in the wall. Well, it was a hole in the wall was the best oat cakes, yes. Sounds mean disgusted. What do you mean you think of the ones in... Eddie Haynes. Oh, I am thinking of the ones in boxes. She doesn't know where her head is half the time. Fabulous folk singer. Go and listen to her. She's got 3 albums out. You can get them on iPhone. Edwina Hayes. Fabulous. Anything else? Shit. Just shit. Absolute crap. Lovely lady. Sings like an angel. Oh, I'm going to go shortly unless you've got any more questions because I'm rambling. And I know it's talk shit with Berta, but this is getting ridiculous. Have you seen all my mask? You saw me nipple clamps. Edwina, did you see me mask I made? Did you see it? Made a mask for the Morrisons, they weren't happy. Look, just in case you didn't see it, there's my mask for Morrisons. I went shopping in there, they weren't happy. I thought it was a face mask, they said. What is that? It's a mask, it's a face. It's a face mask. Look. It works. No sense of humour at Morrison's at all. Right. Gigs up to October now being cancelled. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Edwina. I've said it's going to be September, October. Easy. Like Church Charlotte, a voice of an angel, liver of a wino. My liver's not like a wino. I don't drink that much anymore. You think I drink a lot now? Ooh, you should have used to come to that. You're thinking Narn's oat cakes. Hiya, Michael Froden. How you doing, baby? Okay. What's the new big show rig you're making? Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's for somebody I can't mention. You can't see it. I'll have one more, then I'm going. It's big and it's very impressive, but by God, it's a bitch. Hiya, Florence. Hiya, Barry. It's nice to know you're alive. Haven't spoken for how many months? Oh, in fact, a couple of years, probably. You or your boyfriend, I won't go on. All he can do is rant and rave when he's pissed. But...
That's doing it.
Did you see that? I pour a vodka, it goes on. Gary from Liverpool. I am staying safe, my love. We don't go out. I'm not allowed. Michael's not allowed out. I've got go, I go. But other than that, it's fine. Cheers, Richard. Cheers. You never a lady with an hole in my arse. Lucky. I've got no hole. It's healed up. I haven't had sex since... What year were we in? What year were we in? 2020. I haven't had sex since 2015.